Have you ever taken a cold medicine from the pharmacy, and then, a few hours later, added a couple of Tylenol tablets because your headache was not going away? Or taken both at the same time because you figured more coverage meant faster relief? If you have, you are far from alone. And that is exactly what makes this one of the most quietly dangerous habits in everyday medicine. After watching this video, you will never combine these two without checking the labels first. And you will make sure every person you care about understands why. Here is what the research shows. Acetaminophen overdose is responsible for 42 to over 50% of all cases of acute liver failure in the United States. Approximately 500 people die each year in the US alone from acetaminophen-related liver damage. When acute liver failure develops, the mortality rate reaches 28%. And 1 in 3 of those patients requires an emergency liver transplant. Most alarming of all, a significant portion of these cases were not deliberate overdoses. They happened because someone unknowingly took the same ingredient in multiple products at the same time. That ingredient is acetaminophen. It is the active component inside Tylenol, but it is also inside the vast majority of combination cold medicines available without a prescription. Products like NyQuil, Dayquil, Theraflu, and dozens of other cold and flu formulas all contain acetaminophen. Taking any one of them alongside Tylenol means you are doubling up on the same compound without realizing it. To understand why this matters so much, you need to understand what your liver does with acetaminophen. When you swallow acetaminophen, it travels to the liver, which breaks it down so the body can eliminate it. Most of it is processed safely through 2 standard metabolic pathways, but a small portion gets converted into a highly toxic byproduct called NAPQI. Under normal circumstances, the liver neutralizes NAPQI immediately using a protective molecule called glutathione, which binds to NAPQI and converts it into a harmless substance that the kidneys flush out. Glutathione acts as the liver's emergency cleanup crew. The problem begins when the amount of acetaminophen entering the liver exceeds what that system can handle. When NAPQI is produced faster than glutathione can neutralize it, the toxic molecule begins attacking liver cell proteins directly. Cell by cell, it destroys liver tissue in a process called hepatic necrosis. Once enough cells are destroyed, liver function collapses. Think of it this way. Glutathione is a team of firefighters protecting a city called your liver. NAPQI is burning debris raining down constantly. In normal doses, the firefighters handle it easily. When the debris doubles because you have unknowingly combined 2 sources of the same drug, the firefighters are overwhelmed, and the fire spreads through the entire city. The maximum recommended daily dose of acetaminophen for healthy adults is 4,000 milligrams. However, for older adults, people with liver conditions, and people who drink alcohol regularly, the safer upper limit is closer to 2,000 milligrams. Now consider a real scenario. A standard combination cold medicine contains 325 to 500 milligrams of acetaminophen per dose. Taking it 3 or 4 times daily delivers 975 to 2,000 milligrams from the cold medicine alone. Adding standard Tylenol at 500 milligrams per tablet 3 times daily adds another 1,500 milligrams. Together, that is 2,475 to 3,500 milligrams. Putting someone with any liver vulnerability right at or past the danger threshold. And cold medicine and Tylenol are not the only sources. Headache tablets, menstrual pain relievers, muscle ache products, nighttime sleep aids, and many multi-symptom formulas also contain acetaminophen. Someone who takes cold medicine, a headache tablet, and a nighttime pain reliever on the same sick day may be consuming far more than they realize. What makes this especially dangerous is the absence of early warning signs. In the first 24 to 48 hours after taking a damaging dose, there may be no symptoms at all, or only mild nausea and fatigue that feels like the cold itself. The liver is being damaged silently. Many people continue taking the same combination for another day or 2 before anything feels wrong. By 48 to 72 hours, actual liver damage becomes detectable. Pain or tenderness develops in the upper right abdomen where the liver sits. Jaundice appears as yellowing of the skin and the whites of the eyes. Urine turns dark brown or the color of cola. Severe fatigue and complete loss of appetite set in. If medical help is not sought at this point, fulminant liver failure can develop within 4 days. Blood clotting fails. Fluid accumulates in the abdomen. Consciousness deteriorates. Survival without liver transplantation becomes uncertain. This entire progression, from invisible damage to potential death, can unfold in 3 to 4 days. And the warning window in which treatment works most effectively is the first 8 hours after exposure. Alcohol multiplies this risk dramatically. When you drink alcohol regularly, it activates an enzyme in the liver called 2 × 10⁻⁴ cypriot pounds. This enzyme dramatically increases the conversion of acetaminophen into NAPQI, while simultaneously depleting the glutathione reserves that would normally neutralize it. The result is more toxin being produced and less protection available to stop it. Research shows that chronic alcohol use can increase the risk of acetaminophen-induced liver damage by several times compared to non-drinkers, even at doses that would be completely safe for someone who does not drink. Health authorities consistently advise that people who drink 3 or more alcoholic drinks daily should consult a physician before taking any acetaminophen-containing product. Here is how to protect yourself and your family. The first rule is always read the active ingredients label before combining any medications. The words acetaminophen and paracetamol refer to the same molecule. If you see either word on 2 products you are taking together, you have a dangerous overlap. The second rule is 1 product at a time. If you are already taking a combination cold medicine containing acetaminophen, do not add Tylenol separately. If you need extra pain relief, ask a pharmacist about a single ingredient ibuprofen or aspirin product instead, which works through a completely different mechanism and does not add to your acetaminophen load. The third rule is to track your daily total. Add up the acetaminophen in every product you take on a given day and keep the total below 4,000 milligrams. If you are over 65, have any liver condition, or drink alcohol regularly, keep the total below 2,000 milligrams. The fourth rule is to ask your pharmacist. Pharmacists can check every product you are taking, identify any overlaps within seconds, and suggest safer combinations. This is exactly what they are trained for. Using this resource takes less than 2 minutes and can prevent serious harm. The fifth rule is to recognize the warning signs. If you develop sudden nausea or vomiting, pain in the upper right abdomen, yellowing of the skin or eyes, very dark urine, or severe unexplained fatigue after taking these medications, go to an emergency room the same day without waiting to see if it improves. If you believe you may have taken too much acetaminophen, go to the emergency room, even with no symptoms at all. The antidote N-acetylcysteine is highly effective when given within 8 hours, but loses most of its effectiveness after 24 hours. Here is your 7-day action plan starting today. On days 1 and 2, go through every medication in your home and identify which ones contain acetaminophen. Make a list. On day 3, share this information with anyone in your household who takes pain relievers or cold medicine regularly. On day 4, ask your regular pharmacist to review all current medications for overlap. On day 5, if you drink alcohol regularly or take pain relievers frequently, schedule a liver function blood test. ALT and AST levels can reveal early liver stress long before symptoms appear. On day 6, review your cold prevention habits. Hand washing, adequate sleep, and indoor humidity management reduce the chance of needing cold medicine at all. On day 7, share this video with family members, particularly those over 60, those who drink regularly, and anyone who takes multiple over-the-counter medications regularly. Acetaminophen is a safe and effective medication when used correctly. This video is not a reason to fear Tylenol. It is a reason to read the label of every product beside it. 1 moment of checking, 1 rule of taking only 1 product containing this ingredient at a time is all it takes to protect the liver you will need for the rest of your life. If this video helped you, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone you know. Leave your questions in the comments below. The next video has more essential health information ready for you. Thank you for watching and please take care.